So I've just turned 50, and inevitably I've been reflecting on some things like age, health, retirement, mortality, the fickle nature of life and the universe. I see my parents getting frail, and I wonder how much time I have left with them. I've been thinking a lot about time and how we make use of that finite resource. See, I work all the time with clients who have big plans for one day, and I'm asking them and myself, why not today? Hi, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Pete Matthew. I'm a chartered financial planner based here in the UK. Now, do you notice now, as you get older, you go to more funerals? At the moment, the funerals I attend are mostly of people my parents' age, and they're dying after living full lives. But we all know someone our own age who was taken far too young, before they'd achieved everything that they wanted to. Now, I don't want to be morbid for its own sake here, but I think we can all agree that tomorrow isn't promised to us. Yes, we should plan to live till we're 85, 90, or even later, because the odds of that are in our favor. But there are no guarantees that we'll make it that far. And that begs a question. How can I make the most of the time that I have left? This is a great book. It's called Die with Zero by Bill Perkins. And I liked it a lot, even if I thought some of it might be a little bit extreme for many people. The premise, though, is summed up in the subtitle, Getting All You Can from Your Money and Your Life. Now that I can get on board with. And Perkins hammers home the benefits of using all our resources, and in particular our money, earlier than we might think of doing so, while we've got the health and vitality to enjoy it to the full. His suggestion is that we rethink the classic life model of born, grow, learn, work, retire, and then die. He suggests really that we should spend more than we earn earlier rather than later. I'll say that again. He suggests that we spend more than we earn earlier rather than later. Now, I hear some of you saying, yeah, right, there's no chance of me retiring anytime soon. Now, clearly, this is not aimed at you if you're 26 years old and you've got 700 quid in an ISA, right? But many people watching this will be thinking about maybe retiring or easing off the gas at work and wondering if, when, and how that might be possible. But the problem is too many people just assume they can't retire yet for all sorts of reasons, which I'll get to in just a sec. For most of us, this is what a classical retirement looks like, practically speaking. We spend a bit less than we earn while we're working, and we invest the difference, growing that money so that one day we can reverse the process. We can earn less, or nothing potentially, and then start to spend down what we've saved. The problem, such as it is, with that whole plan, is that it's a bit of a gamble. We're hoping that we live long enough to get to the point of being able to spend more than we earn, to retire. But we might not. Our view of retirement needs to change, I think, and we need to bring what is truly important to the fore. Now, just to let you know, on the 6th of May 2025, shortly after this video comes out, I'll be releasing my second book, the Meaningful Money Retirement Guide, published by Harriman House. It contains everything you need to know and everything you need to do to plan and execute your perfect retirement, however you define that. Pre-orders are open now, and there's a link in the description, so thanks in advance for checking it out. There are a few reasons why people think that they can't retire yet. The first is that they don't think they've got enough money. Many people think that they need a really large amount of money put aside to retire, but actually, my experience is that people spend less than they think they're going to over the duration of their retirement. They might spend a little bit more when they first retire, but generally things level out, and later on they tend to spend less. Hence, they need a lower level of assets than they think they do. Also, you might have some income still, even if you're not doing your main job anymore. You could have a part-time job or rental income, or maybe a defined benefit pension you could take early. And all of that would reduce the burden on your capital to make up the gap. Maybe you have enough money already. Second reason is that people think it's not a good time to retire. Right now, loads of people are worried about markets, Trump's tariffs, the rise of AI, what's it all going to mean? And perhaps they should wait until things settle down before they take the plunge into retirement. Now, I can tell you that every single retiree that I've ever worked with has thought this at some point. Fact is, it's a little bit like having a baby, right? You're never ready. And if you wait until you are ready, you'll just never do it. And yet, generations of parents have learned to cope, and it's the same with retiring. The world is always going to be volatile. So really, you might as well get on with it. You will be fine. Third reason that I come across all the time is that people don't know how they're going to fill their time. I do understand this one. We are so defined by what we do for a living that for many of us, losing that identity when we retire is deeply worrying. I hear all the time that I like to be busy and I don't know how I'll fill the time when I retire. But in my experience, busy people are really good at finding things to fill their time. So why should that be any different when you're retired? Those are the people that go on to serve their families, friends, and communities in a million different ways. Honestly, 27 years of working with retiring people, I have yet to meet an idle retired person. Believe me, you will fill your time. Look, we can find lots of reasons not to retire, but let me give you one massive reason why you should consider retiring now, at least in some form. The German philosopher Martin Heidegger talked about an undiluted, clearly thinking mode of existence he called being towards death. That is, being aware that death could be round the corner, that life is not a rehearsal and we must make every single moment count. Our health will never be better than it is now. We'll never have more time with those that we love than we do at this point. Time really is of the essence. And far from being morbid, this should make us ask what might be possible now. Can we earn less and live better? Might we already have enough? So just reset all your assumptions, take nothing for granted, dare to dream about what might be possible, and think about how you might put it into effect. Memento mori, remember that you must die. Let this be a catalyst to start thinking about how we can best use our resources right now. I'm going to explore this a little bit over the next couple of videos, so subscribe to the channel if you're not already and hit the notification bell to make sure that you are notified when those videos come out. And if this has got you thinking, do me a favor, please like the video and leave me a comment. And while you're waiting for the next one, maybe watch my 50 Laws of Money video. Some of those might surprise you. Thanks for watching this one, and I'll see you next time.